Rangers are preparing for another significant decision in their midfield department as uncertainty grows around the future of a key talent. With discussions behind the scenes failing to move forward, concerns are beginning to surface at Ibrox over what the coming months could bring. The situation has developed quickly, and the club now faces the prospect of an outcome few had anticipated earlier in the season. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers are bracing themselves for a pivotal few months as Bailey Rice edges towards the final stretch of his current contract, with growing fears emerging inside the club that they may be fighting what has been described as a losing battle to keep the highly rated midfielder beyond next summer. Despite early optimism over an extension, little progress has been made in negotiations, leaving the 19-year-old's future increasingly uncertain. Rice has long been viewed as one of Rangers' most exciting prospects. When he arrived in June 2022, the club had beaten rivals Celtic to secure his signature, underlining just how highly he was rated within Scotland. His development since then has only reinforced that belief, with coaches and supporters alike regarding him as one of the brightest young talents in the squad. However, with his deal running into its final year, the teenager is now edging closer to the stage where he can legally decide his future. Interest from England has intensified significantly, adding pressure on manager Danny Röhl and the Ibrox hierarchy to try and find a breakthrough. It has been confirmed that both Aston Villa and Sunderland are monitoring the midfielder closely ahead of the upcoming transfer windows. The admiration south of the border is not limited to the Premier League either. Championship sides West Brom and Cardiff City are also keeping tabs on Rice's situation, fully aware that he could be available for nothing if he opts not to renew. Discussing Rangers' growing concerns over the contract stalemate, it was explained that Rice is now attracting a level of interest that could become difficult to resist. As one source familiar with the situation put it, he's a player with huge potential, there's no doubt about that. The view inside the game is that Rice's ceiling is exceptionally high, and losing him would represent a major setback for a club increasingly keen to retain and develop its best youth products. The assessment continued, capturing the significance of the dilemma facing Rangers. So that could be a real blow for Rangers to lose one of the most promising young talents they've got at the club for free next summer if he does end up running down his contract and leaving. Right now, as things stand, Rice will be able to decide his future in January. Does he want to agree a pre-contract with any of those interested in him? With January fast approaching, the power in negotiations is beginning to shift towards the player, who will soon be free to sign a pre-contract agreement with any overseas club, or with English sides if specific conditions are met. For Rangers, the risk is clear. Unless progress is made swiftly, they could see one of their brightest academy graduates leave without the club receiving a fee. The situation was summed up bluntly with the warning, "It does look like Rangers are facing an uphill losing battle to keep hold of him. Unless there is a dramatic breakthrough in talks, Rice's future may ultimately come down to where he sees the best path for long-term development." For Rangers, the challenge is convincing him that Ibrox remains the place where he can flourish. The next few weeks could prove decisive. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. In other news, Rangers are tracking Tromsø midfielder Jens Hiato ahead of Danny Röhl's first transfer window as Ibrox boss. The German will look to make a handful of additions next month to give his side the required strength and depth to challenge for the Premiership title and Scottish Cup this term. And RFC News understands that Hiato is a player of interest to the Ibrox recruitment team after a series of impressive showings for club and country in recent months. Rangers have watched the 20-year-old in action, but could face competition from England and Europe if they decide to make a move next month. Sheffield United came close to completing a deal for Hiato in the summer, while Sunderland have also been credited with an interest as clubs on the continent monitor the situation at the Romsa Arena. RFC News understands a fee in the region of £3.5 million could be required to tempt Tromsø into doing business. The Norwegians are aware of the interest in Hiato and will hope that a bidding war commences for the under-21 internationalist as Rangers consider their plans for the window. Hiato made his name for his country as a dominant number 6, but has also operated as a number 8 domestically as he has enhanced his burgeoning reputation. A return of 4 goals and 6 assists from 30 Elite Syrian matches this term has brought Hiato onto Rangers' radar. Roll will lead the recruitment drive next month following the departure of sporting director Kevin Thelwell and Patrick Stewart, the former chief executive officer. Rangers committed to a £20 million net spend under Russell Martin's guidance in the summer, and Roll will be given financial backing to make his own additions to a squad that have underperformed at home and abroad this term. Joe Rothwell was signed to solve the long-standing issue at the base of the Rangers midfield, but has failed to deliver this term. Nico Raskin and Connor Barron have also been used in that position, and Rangers will look to address the weaknesses in the spine of the side during the upcoming period of business. I think the question is about we need more players that give us different skills at the moment, Roll said earlier this week, when asked how many players he would like to sign in the window. I think we have in some areas where we think we can accelerate our game, for example. It's not just about the physical speed, it's also the mindset. How quick is the mind at the moment? How quick you can receive the ball? How quick you can accelerate our game? I think we need players that have a natural aggressivity against the ball. This is also crucial for me. We need players that also understand what it means to play for Rangers. I think this is also what I feel and learned the last weeks, step by step. Which players can handle this environment? Which players have to improve? I try to help them and give them a positive mindset. It's about confidence, and confidence is important. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.